Not a pretty day on the local market. Earlier I spoke to Charlie Aitken from Bell Potter. Well, Charlie Aitken, disappointment on US economic growth and Chinese manufacturing, plus spiralling borrowing costs in Spain. It's a trifecta of trouble, really.
Trifecta of trouble, quadrella, straight six. There's more than that, Ticky, today. You know, we've got concerns about Dexia, the bailout there, the Belgian bank failing. We've got stress tests from the US banks, from the Fed, and look, it was just a slaughterhouse today. There wasn't a good headline to be found, unfortunately. Ticky,
you're not going bearish on me, are you,
No,
Charlie?
I'm not going bearish because stocks are very, very cheap, but some days you just can't fight it. And look, today was just, what do you want to call it, the trifecta, the quadrella, the straight six, anything. It was just no good news in the share market, couldn't cope with it, and down we went 2%.
All right, let's go to some companies. Rio Tinto has secured regulatory approval in Canada for the takeover of uranium explorer Hatha Exploration.
Yeah, that was actually quite good marginal news for Rio Tinto, but on a day like today, Ticky, no one cares. You know, Rio Tinto is seen as a big, Chinese exporter, a big play on iron ore, and the stock lost 3.5%. But look, when the world gets over its obsession with Europe and actually settles down and looks at fundamentals of companies, there's actually a good development for Rio Tinto today, but as I said, nobody cared.
Now, I see the company which makes rail tracks for the likes of Rio Tinto, NRW, has surged in value. The market must have liked what it heard at the AGM.
Well, it is interesting. Inside all this mess, Ticky, there is actually some good news in Australia. I was in Perth on the weekend and visiting companies, and this is an example today, NWH. They make train lines for people like Fortescue and Rio Tinto and for their expansions. They had an AGM today, said that their profit was going to be up 100%, off sales up 60%, and the stock went up 13% after rallying sharply in the months previously. So there is good news out there at a stock-specific level, but the market needs to be told it.
But I see Airline Regional Express has been marked down after its AGM. Not a convincing enough story on the profit outlook?
Well, I think all of us thought that like Rex and Virgin Blue might have benefited a little bit more from the Qantas disruptions that I suppose are a little bit ongoing. But Rex came out today and gave profit guidance, but all they said they'd be profitable. And in a market like this, you've actually got to itemise how profitable you're going to be. So the shares sort of fell 3% because the market didn't get total clarity on how profitable they're going to be.
And also IOOF, after its AGM, was another company, I guess, to suffer, really.
Well, it's interesting. AGMs are having a huge effect today. It's not just the broader market malaise today. I mean, IOOF said that profit for the year would be down 16%. We thought the market would have accounted for that, considering it is really an asset manager, and everyone knows that asset prices are down, but apparently not. And the market marked the shares down another 10% today on the AGM. So some wild moves around AGMs today, Ticky, also inside a pretty bearish market, but we'll see what the rest of the week brings.
Charlie Aitken, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Ticky.
And to the other major movers on the local share market, the financial sector weighed heavily with the big four all down. The National Australia Bank the worst, losing 3.25%. The resources sector too was lower with the passage through the lower house of the mining tax. BHP Billiton falling 3%. Griffon Minerals fell 12% after a $58 million share sale to help fund 2 new overseas gold projects. And Coles owner Wesfarmers gave up more than 1% amid reports the 2 big supermarkets are about to launch a new range of home brand products. Turning to currency markets, the dollar is down another cent against the greenback on this time yesterday and is also down against the other major currencies. On to the commodity markets now, and in New York, oil is up $1 and gold is back over $1,700 an ounce.